the Staples Center, but I think it's like the back of it. Now, if you look over here, that's like a crowd of people. They all over there. I'm finna walk this way real quick. I'm gonna get around. Hey, I mean, it's definitely it's a vibe here, bro. Like the impact that Nipsey and the impact that Kobe have had on the city, bro. You could just feel it. You could see it in the people. Like, man, this shit, like, it's a thing. It really, people hurting.
I mean, I just seen D-Wade and them on TV, and is it like they saying it's like you can see it on everybody's face, like it's something in the air that's just like not right.
Yeah, man, it's definitely not like any other time I've been here, and mind you, I came to work, but you just like, even like when I walked downtown last night, it's just this vibe of nobody's into it. Like, no, I mean, people are still nice, but right now it's not the same kind of tourist feel even. People just, you can see it on everyone's face. You can see the shop. You can see it. And, you see tons of jerseys, tons of shirts, people walking around with it. You see, signs everywhere. I mean, this shit, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This is some like fantastic and also kind of a bittersweet moment to see. I've never seen anything like this.
Just the camaraderie of the city, basically, right?
Yeah, the camaraderie, like, this, you feel togetherness for sure. You don't really see it doesn't seem to be any negativity in the air, but it's definitely somber. Oh yeah, I gotta show y'all this. Okay, so hold up, check this out. Wait.
At least the poster they got up.
Yeah, the Mamba Forever.
Right.
I'm walking to that so y'all can see that. Right now I'm passing the Staples Center. Hold up. Passing that. Now we're gonna see the Mamba Forever shit. Gonna see that whole little joint. It's dope, man. Yo, like, yo. Yo, that's like crazy, dog.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's amazing, bro.
Brothers talking in L.A.
Yeah, brothers talking shit in L.A. Didn't expect to. I was gonna be here anyway, but did not expect to come on these terms. Definitely could not miss this show. So I mean, we here. This is definitely a special episode. So
yeah. All right, let's y'all ready to start?
Yeah. Shit, we kind of started.
I mean, little intros and all that.
Yeah, let's get it going.
This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 78. I am the Flush Man, also known as the Fat Boy, better known as the man who got no problem calling you broadish. Oh yeah, I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm just raw today, yo.
He just raw, cool.
Inside you got Cool Mike, a.k.a. Dr. Mike, a.k.a. your favorite foot doctor, also known as the People's Podiatrist. They'll call me Saturday Night Mike. They'll call me Crypto Cool, Drop Ship Shorty, and we still coming to you from the Prophetic Podcast, and we just some brothers talking.
With your cool ass.
Yo, man, what it do? It's your homie boy Drew, a.k.a. the Charm Guy, a.k.a. the Juice Man, also known as the Big Beard Bully, the Big Beard Bandit. Live and direct right now from the city of Los Angeles. I'm also across the street from the Staples Center. And Brothers Talking Shit podcast, baby. We here, live and direct, we doing things.
All right, man. All right. Let's go, man. Let's get this energy right. Before we start, I want to give a special. I'm dedicating this episode to my grandmother who passed away Sunday evening at the young age of 72 years old. If you knew her, She a trip, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? But you rock with her, so I'm dedicating this episode to her.
Rest in peace, Grandma.
RP.
Let's start with where y'all was at. You know, we doing. It's just, if you don't know people, this is definitely probably a 90. I don't know. It's a high percentage of this is going to be Kobe. I feel like we'll see how it go. But let me ask y'all. Well, I'm gonna start off because what happened with me? Rel hit me and was like, "Yo, I'm tripping, but Kobe." I see something say Kobe died. I'm like, Kobe died. So I Google it, Kobe Bryant. Nothing pop up. So I'm like, man, he probably tripping. Oh, because the only thing that was up was the TMZ shit. So then I put Kobe Bryant dead in. Well, I didn't even see the TMZ shit when I put Kobe Bryant in. Only thing stats came up, stuff like that. Then I put Kobe Bryant dead. One thing that popped up was the TMZ shit. So then my heart kind of sank. Like, I'm hoping it's just some bullshit, like Mystical and Silk the Shocker that time. Remember back in the '90s when we thought they was dead for a little minute. So I was hoping it was one of them type situations. So then you hear the Rick Fox shit came. It was like Rick Fox was on the plane, and then you heard, his whole family was on the plane, and then about 2 hours later, you find out Gianna, Gigi was on the plane, and rest in peace to everybody who was on that plane, but not no buts. Rest in peace to everybody's on that plane. It just really, it was hard with Kobe, but Gigi being on the plane, definitely on the helicopter, definitely took my heart to a whole nother place. How about y'all?
So I'm walking around and my cousin FaceTimes me, and it's not out the norm for us, right? And what he says to me is, "Yo, you see this shit?" I said, "See what?" And he said, "TMZ talking about Kobe dead," and I was like, "Nah, I ain't see nothing like that." So he sends me the article. I immediately go to it, and it's like it was down, right? So I did the same thing you did, start refreshing it. Kobe's dead, and then it literally spread like the 2020 wildfire that it would be. And your heart sinks. I'm with my son, and saying that to him. And if you don't know about me, I'm a diehard Lakers fan. Uh, Kobe Bryant was 2 years older than myself, so I grew up around Kobe, right? Wasn't much, especially being a Lakers fan, you didn't see. I remember, but yeah, okay, we'll get to the rest of that. But when you attach yourself to something that you care about, especially sports for us, I didn't have to know him to feel some type of way, right? Um, you know, and a lot of people have been saying a lot of stuff, which I think we'll get into as well. But just that for me, I'm saying, brought so many emotions because I can tell you what I was doing, where I was at, doing certain things that happened in my life around the Los Angeles Lakers and Kobe Bryant. I remember the 81 point game. I lived in San Diego, California. I was on the third floor of my house, and I was texting Jordan every time he hit a significant milestone, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember those days. I was there for some playoff games the year they won the championship and they beat the Houston Rockets. I was sitting right there, right? Right behind Howie Mandel. So, like, I'm not a fair weather fan. I'm a diehard Laker fan, and my fandom doesn't waver. So it automatically took me to a point where my young son said to me a few years back when Kobe retired, "Dad, who's your favorite player now that Kobe's gone?" I couldn't answer him because he had been my favorite player in the NBA for 20 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? And then to die at the tender age of 41, and I personally have experienced so much loss over the past 24 to 36 months in my life that when you have somebody that is so iconic that you have followed his basically his entire life and he's been around and you see all the things that he's doing now and you know what I'm saying, to then realize that oh shit, did he just lose all his girls and to feel for Vanessa, you know what I'm saying? And then ultimately to come out, it was just him and Gigi. And then it was 5 people. And then it was 9 people. And, you know what I'm saying, LAPD grounded they helicopters. And they shouldn't have been out there. And the fog was so thick. And then everything, you just couldn't avoid it. Right? I get back in the house and it's just shit everywhere. I don't care what channel you was watching, whether it be ESPN, HLN, CNN, or fucking QVC. They was talking about Kobe Bryant, right? So you just couldn't avoid it at all, man. And I honestly don't know how to feel, right? And you know, and then the you know talk to you later on that evening to hear about grandma. It just was just a lot, you know what I'm saying? My own grandmother. It's just a lot going on, man. You just coupled with a lot of emotions, man. So I'm gonna let everybody else rock.
It's very weird for me, man. You know, first off, this has been a time for me to be able to get out to LA. I've been trying to get back here for a little while now and just work on music to really get back in the swing of things. Those that know me know, you know, it took me a while to get to this point. And I had been excited the whole time. I never thought that this moment would match up with something like that. You know, I was shocked. I was honestly like just shocked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, hey, are we losing? Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking, man, like, not this guy. Like, it's a lot of people you could lose. It's a lot of rappers. It's a lot of people that you know cause static. You could just be gone. For this man to be gone, not only for this man to be gone, for this man to lose his daughter is sad.
Go ahead, cool.
Yeah, so at the time, when I found out, I was actually at a basketball game for my son, is rec league basketball. So we playing the basketball, and I'm kind of like we joke, the assistant to the assistant. So I help out here, there, but I do sit on the bench and, do whatever my thing from there. And so we going through the game. It's about an hour long. In the wrap up of the game, uh, we won and we went off to the side, and I'm doing the normal stuff, gathering my belongings, check my phone. And my wife, who was at the game, had texted me at some point during the game, hey, check your phone. She didn't get anything more specific than that. So I actually began to, I might have opened up a couple apps here or there, didn't really see anything. I actually texted the group. I checked the group thread, our group chat, and it was in there. Um, and I kind of just gathered myself, told the kids or whatever, and we, the coaches and the kids, so they kind of found out right there. But it's it's a classic thing. Man, this is hard, man. I remember I was a freshman at Howard. It's 94. Somewhere in 94, between that 94 to 96 time, I went to the school with a girl that I'm good friends with her. She went to Lower Marion High School, right? Told me about this phenom that was, all world at her high school she just had left. It's Kobe Bryant, right? Kobe, whether you like him or hate him, first of all, I don't know how you hate him, especially nowadays, but whether you loved him or hated him, everybody respected him. Like the people that didn't like Kobe respected him, right? And if you think about it, Kobe is culture. Like Kobe was the culture, right? Kobe been around a long time, whereas though his stamp is on the culture. You know, niggas really be like Kobe and like shoot the trash ball. That's wild, you know. So man, you feel this is a classic. Life seems unfair. We talked about. I mean, this is probably as shocking or big a celebrity, you know, death as there's been. And I know we had some culture related deaths. You know, you speak to like Aaliyah or maybe comes to mind, right? And we were talking about this, but the issue is Kobe has been to the mountaintop of a lot, you know, of his profession, and it's crazy because you could see him on the fast track to being on the mountaintop of a father, being on the mountaintop of a businessman. Like it's just he was going to do the same thing, win the Oscar on that tip. So then to see his daughter get taken away, and R.I.P. respect to all the souls lost in that tragedy. To see his daughter get taken away, when you could also see like the thread in her, see the fadeaway jumper. Like I was trying to, you know, explain to that jab step form shimmy that you do, but the refs ain't supposed to show. And she like 12. I say, yo, you know, that's Kobe Bryant, but like it's a, you know what I mean? And so man, all of that, and just when you breathe in or you go around your normalcy of life, cause stuff going on, and you think about it, man, and it sinks my heart right back to like when I first kind of heard about it. So it's hard. It's just a tough pill to swallow, man. It's hard to shake. It's hard to get up, you know, for anything uh with this feeling.
What's
I
up,
mean,
Cuzzo?
you had it nailed on when you said he's a part of the culture, man. Kobe is definitely a part of the culture, man. I mean, we talking from '97. I remember when Kobe came to the league. You know what I'm saying? To now, he's just too embedded in our culture, man. This one hurt, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This one right here for me, it hurts.
Jordan, what's up?
What's up, man? What's happening? I mean, I guess to kind of piggyback on what everyone else already said, but from my perspective, man, like you look at pretty much everybody that's in the group chat in our age. You know, Kobe is around our age, right? So culturally, early on, being a fan of basketball, you know, we kind of attached ourselves to like the older cats, like Michael Jordan and all of them. They're closer to like our dad's age. That's their, you know, in regards to relevance. Kobe's career ascended along with us, you know, going through adulthood and young men, was linear. It was a path that we was all kind of on. And, you know, originally, Terrell will tell you, never was like the biggest Kobe fan, not in regards to like basketball. It's just what he stood for initially. I didn't feel like it resonated with myself and a lot of us. And I say that to say like he, you know, I think me personally, like, you know, being a fan of sports, like being a sports junkie, it was the narratives that I grew accustomed to. Kobe didn't represent those. He wasn't from the hood. You know what I'm saying? He grew up with his pops. He was cultured. He spoke different languages. He wasn't AI. He wasn't LeBron. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't come from that that culture that kind of allowed me to feel comfortable with his, you know, his performance or what he did on the court. And, you know, once you grow out of that, you just like, wait, this dude cold, man. And he, you know, he ascended beyond whatever I think initially that most of us our expectations was when he first came into the league, because it wasn't, you know, people may romanticize his career like as he became great, but it was early on. You know, he was on the bench. He didn't have the LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And all of this was like his growth and his him establishing himself was nothing but just dog work. Like he grinded it out. You know what I'm saying? And it was that work ethic that stood out and made him, you know, stand above his peers. Like he, you know, ultimately ascended past AI, like in regards to career accomplishments. And that was nothing but work ethic. Like, you know, in those first couple of years, Kobe, like you said, Kobe was on the bench. He shot the 2 air balls in a row when nobody else wanted to shoot the ball in that series against Utah. People forget about that.
Yeah.
But
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like he came into it like, oh y'all don't want to shoot it? I got it. Boom, 2 air balls, and he worked hard. And you hear all these stories coming out. He asked they was talking to somebody. I think it was like Tracy Murray or somebody like that. And he asked him like, yo, how many shots? No, Rex Chapman. He asked him, how many shots you get up during the off season? Rex Chapman, man, he's like, I shoot 1,000 shots. That's where the 1,000 shots came from. When Kobe said he would go in the gym to shoot 1,000 shots, it came from just him picking little pointers from everybody. And to see him get to that point, man, and for these recent occurrences, it was just a shock. Like, I called Rel. I'm like, bruh, I just came from working out. And I'm like, my phone, like, I'm looking on the joint and I see, I'm like, wait, TMZ, Kobe Bryant did. I'm like, all right, they with the shits today. Like, somebody playing. I called Rel right away. I'm like, yo, you see this? He like, what? We hang up. I'm trying to figure out if this is real. It took me a good half an hour to like legit, because all the sites was crashing. And you couldn't really get a full gauge on exactly what happened, but here we are, man. And it just sucks that you gotta say rest in peace to somebody who was, prolific as Kobe Bryant. And I gotta respect him. Now I've been respecting him as an athlete, but more so to his ascension as a man. It was impressive. More than anything. And I think it resonates, at a time when it didn't resonate because I felt like he didn't come from the circumstance that the narrative that I felt like fit for like the athletes that I like. Ultimately, the man that he, shown to be, we all know that, we don't know him personally, but the man that he's shown to be was, it was cool, man. It was cool to see him go through that journey together and then, associate ourselves. Because he's basketball. He's basketball to our generation. Like, whatever you want to say, like, we love MJ, Magic Johnson, all them dudes, but they 50, 40 years old. Kobe was the one who came along during our time when, like, you understood what the game was and you were learning about the game as a man, and Kobe was too. And that was kind of linear with a lot of us, being around the same age as a man. It just sucks that this dude ain't going to be able to see his girls grow up. He lost, he was died with his daughter. That's horrifying. I can't imagine. Every time I think about it, it's a whole. Just the thought of it is mortifying. You know what I'm saying? But it's a sucky situation, man. It's heartbreaking every time I think about it.
Now, for me, I was that Laker fan. So when everybody was saying all those things about Kobe, how Kobe wasn't from the hood, and how everybody was feeling AI or Tracy McGrady or Vince Carter, I had to argue for Kobe. And Kobe didn't make it no easier on you because Kobe came across a way of an asshole to a certain extent. So you went through that. And then it was the whole, well, if it wasn't for Shaq, and you had to defend that. And then it was, well, he averaged 35 points, but the team ain't winning. So you had to defend that. And then he went and won his championships, and then he was hurt, and then it was don't nobody want to play with him in LA or come to LA. So as a fan, I went through that. Also, that's the probably in my life, me being a team guy, whether it's the Vikings or when I was young, it was the Eagles or the Vikings, or my whole life has been the Lakers. I've never followed one person as much as I followed him, 20 years of being a Laker fan. So now it seemed like it was coming to the point where though he was becoming human and he was becoming like likable. You get what I'm saying? You started seeing all the things that he was doing. And the one thing that stuck out to me basically from the whole last couple of days of watching TV is just the fact that like Jordan said, his work ethic, everybody talked about it a whole lot. Like that was the one thing that sticks out is his work ethic. Like it's a lot of people that have God-given talent. And a lot of people ain't gonna put that time in to continue to get better. And he was one of them guys who, even after achieving success early, winning 3 championships by the age of 24, kept working on his game, kept trying to get better. I can sit back here and think about times when it was a thing where as though it was, well, who the best player in the league. It was Kobe. It was AI, and then AI kind of fell back. It was Vince Carter for a minute, and then like through all those different guys, Kobe always survived. So I mean, it was like to that point. And the other thing that stuck out to me was really just the fact that he reached out to a lot of young guys in the league, and you know, gave him some game and gave him some encouragement and stuff like that. And that was something he didn't go around bragging about, but I think he took pride. He wanted the next generation to be better than they say lead a game better than how you came into it. Is that the term, Ro?
Yeah, lead a game better than how it's
Right.
given to you. Yeah,
And I think he was definitely one of them guys who wanted to lead a game in a better state than it was when he entered.
Kobe is somebody too, man, that I began to really respect. Like, first off, I'm a diehard Rockets fan. I do not like the Lakers. I don't like Celtics and stuff like that. But like, this guy has such an impact as a player on the game from every aspect that I just had to respect him. I had to respect him. I love Kobe. Like, he's probably the only other guy from another team that I was like, I just love him. You know what I'm saying? I love his game. I just, you know what I'm saying? It's a big deal, bro. This is like heartbreaking, you know? Perfection, hard work, very smart, very intelligent. I mean, he's a role model, very key as a black man. I'm speechless, bro. When I heard it,
What?
I thought it was terribly fake.
Whose response stuck out to y'all as far as their response to his death? One that stuck out to me was Tiger when Tiger was coming off of the 18th hole when he found out from his caddy. And that stuck out to me, like just the look on his face when he told him and how he
you
looked at
said,
his caddy.
"Excuse me."
Right, the way he looked at him, like that stuck out to me. And Spencer Dinwiddie really stuck out to me. His reaction, like you could tell. I don't know. I mean, I thought everybody was sincere. Don't get me wrong, but his reaction and just talking about how Kobe told him like, "Yo, you're an all-star," and to him it was better than making an all-star team. That stuck out to me. Tyson Chandler also.
Tyson Chandler, Doc. Um, you know,
Oh, Jerry West was balling.
yeah, we haven't heard from a lot of people, right? You know what I'm saying? It took LeBron a long time to express it, right? And you're not going to hear from a lot of people until they can go, right? Kyrie couldn't even play the other night. You
You
know what
think
I'm
who's
saying?
gonna retire?
Kyrie fucking gonna walk away, bro. That was his dog.
He couldn't even play the other night, and neither could Chris Paul.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just so early. It's Tuesday, right? This happened Sunday?
Right.
It's so early. Vanessa hasn't said anything. And I don't imagine her saying anything for a week or two. Obviously, the memorial service that may or may not be means a lot. You literally have to plan that out times 1,000 for just winning a championship, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot, man. And the investigation's still around. What happens when people pass, and when they're iconic as he was and is. There's a lot of stuff that comes into question, like what I'm saying, who was the pilot, and what I'm saying, burn them at the stake because you just took somebody away from us who it just feels way too early to be taken away from us in such a non-violent manner, right?
Right.
Nip got killed last year, right? Over some jealousy and hate type shit, but to pass away doing something that you did all the time, and people don't realize, and they made it sound like, oh, you get money now, you're doing all this. People don't realize Kobe historically took helicopter rides back and forth so he could spend more time with his family, man. So that wasn't shocking to me that he was in there. the helicopter had the Kobe logo on it, right? You know, he said that was his pilot, right? The only person he wanted to fly with when this was happening, right? And it's too early, man, and I've literally wanted to cry about it every single day, and I just haven't been able to, because I it's just too much, right? To lose your daughter and know that when that helicopter is going down and to see the fear in her eyes, and he's probably holding her, you know what I'm saying, or attempting to.
That's
It's just a natural inclination of trying to save your child, right? And you just don't know, man. Way too much, bro.
I always said, like, the scariest thing to me is to not be able to like protect my family or save my family. Like, I'm pretty sure his first thoughts when all this was going down was he wished his daughter wasn't in that plane or on that helicopter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that right there, to be in a situation where though there's nothing you can do. And I'm pretty sure it might have occurred to him like, yo, this might be something we're not gonna make it out of. And to look at how do you comfort your child? How do you the fear that's probably in her eyes? How do you calm that? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's probably the toughest. That right there is just like, I couldn't imagine that feeling of trying to comfort your child when you know it's a possibility that like this could be it.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You even breaking it down that way is it's sad. The response that really sticks out to me is the Ari guy with Joe Rogan. That's the thing
The
that sticks
who?
out to me. I don't know if y'all have heard about it yet, but
Ari Shaffir.
yeah. I'm not gonna explicitly say it right now. I just don't think I'm in the place to be able to speak on it. Somebody else can go into detail, but
Jordan, what's up, Jordan?
yeah.
I hadn't heard nothing about it.
I don't even know what y'all talking about.
Jordan?
So this dude, his name Ari Shaffir, comedian. So he's a unapologetic Lakers fan, Lakers hater rather. He went on this rant saying, "Fuck Kobe." He glad that he died. He
Was
got
that
what
the
he
one?
deserved.
Was he from Charlotte? Or he from North Carolina or something?
Nah, he from like New York, I believe.
Okay, all right.
Well, I mean, I think so.
He was in Charlotte when he said it.
Yeah, he was in Charlotte. He was on tour or something.
Oh yeah, right. He said about something about the rape and all that, and
Yeah,
how he got his or some shit.
yeah.
I seen that shit.
And I mean, it was just a vile response to someone dying. Like, regardless if that's your personal opinion, that's the hill that you're willing to die on. I just felt like it was it was bad. It was horrible. And then, to paraphrase, he basically said, "Fuck Kobe, got what he deserved." Blah blah blah. I saw it. I didn't retweet it or repost it because I try to make it my business not to give people energy like that. I feel like if you repost it and share it with such and such or with your friends or comment, that's fueling the fire that
Right.
whole, how social media works. And I'm not even gonna give him that much airplay on our shit. So I'm gonna just go ahead and answer your question. So you're like, if y'all want to go into looking up Ari Shaffir, go right ahead. Fuck him from my end. Pause. But
Right. Something else that stood out to me, and it might have been like Jeremy Shaft or something, because yesterday I stayed home with the passing of my grandma and everything. So I ended up watching a little bit of sports, I wanted to see what certain people were going to put out. So I turned on ESPN, and a lot of people was referring to the whole 2004 the situation in Denver. You get what I'm saying? They'd be like, yo, why y'all going there? You used to make it try and celebrate this man who was acquitted on the case. If I'm correct, right?
Well, they settled. I think it
Settled
was a
out. Yeah,
cat.
they
Yeah, they
dropped
settled out
it
of
and
court.
settled out of court.
Right? Like, why is this man just died? Why is that the? And I'm saying looking at Stephen A. Smith and Jalen Rose, because
They ice
I was
grilling boy.
and I'm looking like Stephen A. Smith got a look on his face just like Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I had to turn it off. Like, and even Sunday after bro hit me, like, I really had to put my phone down because I didn't want. There was so much stuff going around that I didn't really want to believe. If I believed every it was 20 different scenarios or 20 different things out there that I just had to put my phone down and just wait and see till some real facts came up as far as the situation. But like the thing that hit me, like, and I love Kobe to death, but when his daughter been on that plane, man, and I came in tears. Like I said, I'm emotional anyway with my grandma passing, but I just seen they showed the part where he was playing D on her and she pushed off on him and put the shot up, and I don't know why, like
Right.
that was the thing right there
That was the one.
that was
Right.
crazy. Listen, because T told me she'll never see me cry. So T, we laying in bed or whatever, she had her head on me. She ain't looking up at me. And the tears just came, man. Like that right there just and another thing that stuck out to me was him doing the interview and he said people used to walk up to him like, oh, you should have had a son, you had an next Kobe. And his daughter would be like, no, I got it already, don't worry about it. Like, I'm the next Kobe. You feel what I'm saying? And that's something that touched the inside of me deep, man. Real deep.
Yeah, definitely clipped me seeing seeing that clip. It's another clip circulating the GG doing the turnaround, the fadeaway shot, and you just like, wow. Somebody else superimposed a couple of her clips with his already. And it keeps stinging. It keeps stinging. Like, we all got daughters. We all have girls in our lives, and that just keeps stinging because that's not how you play it out in your mind. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think I wrote on the thread, we were saying something, but the other day, and I said, hey man, I got a centennial birthday to get to. I'm so serious in my thought process, just like that. You don't even allow for this kind of ending to your story. Kobe was just starting. It's no doubt. Can you imagine? It's no doubt that his off and post career legacy would have eclipsed or his on the court legacy. If you can imagine that possibility for a second, he was only 41. Man, wow.
Right. And what he won? He won what he won? An Emmy and a Grammy. What he won? He won like two. What 2 awards did he win?
Oscar,
he won the Oscar.
whatever.
Yeah, he won the Oscar. I don't know if he
That's
won
it?
an Emmy though.
I thought he won something else.
What'd he get the Oscar for?
His movie,
That short film he did about
what is it
basketball.
about? Life after back. I forgot. The Love of the Game or something.
And he had the smoothest transition from balling to his career, like, and watching that what was the thing he had on ESPN Plus, the
Detail.
yeah, like, oh my, that
Yeah,
right
his
there
was
was
the
the
his
perfect
was the
name.
best one. He was the best one. I didn't
That
like
was
Peyton Manning.
I never watched Peyton drink, but his, when I tell you how he break a game, like he knows everything that's going on. He know what all 10 players on the court is doing. He knew that. That's how smart that man was basketball wise. And then as much as a team, and another thing I gotta respect is, as much as of a hard teammate he was, and the things that were said about him as far as that, when it came to his daughter and their team, he wasn't like that with them. Jordan, you got a lot going on back there, bro.
What?
Hey, but I will say this, man. I could not miss the show. I know I missed last week. I love being on here, and I thought it was important for us to get that footage too.
Yeah.
And just to be in the vibe. And this is definitely a special episode for the people that love him. We obviously feel that way. You know, we obviously have great admiration for him. So, you know, man, it's just you never really understand the impact of somebody until they're actually, and that's like so fuck that.
That's one thing we gotta stop too. Is waiting until people are like what stuck out to me too. And another hold on before I go there, another person whose emotion stuck out to me, Doc Rivers, man. Like he was going through it heavy. But one thing that stuck out to me is you could be doing the right, doing right by your family, not doing anything that's like on those street type time. Like nobody's guaranteed anything. None of us is guaranteed episode 79. None of us are guaranteed to finish episode 78. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that we do, we not promised nothing. And that just makes me, when it comes to, and like I said, with my grandma passing, it makes me just see that I gotta be even more talking to the people I love, letting people know how I feel about them, because you don't get that chance. You know what I'm saying? Even like with my grandma a little bit, like we had went through a little, disagreement or whatever, but we had cleared it up before she passed away. Like, what if that didn't happen? And you got to live with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that's important, like to let people know you love them, man, and nothing's promised. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not promised to anything. That man was doing something he's did how many hundreds of times? Something part of his. I'm pretty sure Vanessa, and I want to get into that and what she going through in a second, but it was just part of their day. Oh, he about to fly to the game. He'll be back in 2 hours. You're not expecting to see, and at that, it wasn't even a call. It was a TMZ, John.
Yeah, man.
Well,
that shit got to stop.
I don't really see that stopping.
Right? Yeah, that's
that's
no, I'm not saying I see it stopping, but come on, y'all gotta have some type of decency.
What
yeah, but
decency
that's their job.
is the
Their job
news
is
supposed to have when they're recording on something that they know?
Yeah, decency is not their job.
Yeah, that's not the thing, bro.
Well, go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry.
I mean, everybody, like, it's been a long time since you can question TMZ, right? You know what I'm saying? The TMZ has been legitimate ever since they got on TV and said Michael Joe Jackson has passed away, right? And I mean, literally, that has been their claim to fame. So when Jordan said TMZ, and my heart, the true fan in me didn't want to believe it, but my heart knew it was real, because TMZ has to be very calculated with that one, right? In that city, that it's just certain shit you don't play with, right? And that's not, oh shit, something happened to Fred Durst. That's, what I'm saying, affectionately, like Alicia Keys said, the Grammys, the house that Kobe built, right? So I mean, they don't. The news outlet doesn't owe it to Vanessa to say, "Hey, let's contact you first and let you know what's going on," right? Flight manifests are public record. You get that information, and they just have the most people around that's able to access that information quicker than anybody else. That's the reality of it.
One thing that came out of there that I learned about, just to touch on TMZ real quick, is that they're pretty much run by lawyers. Like Harvey was a lawyer. He was in law before he established that media outlet. So, and I think they had a few foul-ups before in regards to credibility. So they made it, like Terrell said, they made it their business to cross their T's and dot their I's whenever they releasing any type of information like that. But I didn't answer your question, Lee. The reaction that stood out to me the most was Elle Duncan from ESPN, and she was talking about how her interaction with Kobe. She only
White
met
lady,
him.
right?
Yeah, she only met him one time, but it was profound in regards to what she said and her how he interacted with her. And it just, she said it stuck with her over the years, and she was pretty upset, visibly, as everyone else was. But that 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 interaction that she mentioned, she was talking about how that was she was nervous, and she was visibly pregnant at the time, I believe. Kobe was just like, how far along are you? Just being real engaging. And, all she could think of was like, he didn't have to do any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have just kept it moving, been Black Mamba, and, do his thing. But he took that moment to, acknowledge her pregnancy. And, she was pretty upset, and that was something that stuck out to me. Just a pretty, overall, just a really just a sad overall experience these last couple of days, man, because I didn't know, I'm pretty sure none of us knew how profound Kobe's experience as an athlete meant to young Black men. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we associate our Blackness with being from the hood and being tough, but Kobe wasn't that. But then it was like, he was a dog though. Like, he earned it. And his off the court stuff, he was, he got into that situation with the sexual assault. He was pretty transparent for the, with respect to the legalities that were involved. But he was, he offered an apology. He explained that he felt like it was consent, and ultimately, after that ordeal, he understood that it wasn't. I think calling him a rapist per se is a stretch, a far stretch. But he was, he's pretty transparent. He didn't have to be. He didn't have to acknowledge that to us or anyone. He was supportive of Colin Kaepernick, openly, outwardly. He was critical of Trayvon Martin or Michael Brown, I believe. I'm not sure. Then he recanted, did his research, recanted what he said, redacted, looked into it, and then put his money where his mouth is, and put his influence where his mouth is, and showed his presence as someone that was willing to stick up for the rights of people who are disenfranchised, man. And that's, it just goes to show you, man, that that dude got better as he got older. And a lot of people can't necessarily say that. Some of us get caught with the wheels spinning and comfortable. But I think one of the coolest things that I've noticed about Kobe was that he liked being in uncomfortable situations, and he liked, putting the work in or adapting himself to be successful in uncomfortable situations, which was pretty cool, man. It just sucks to see that we ain't able to, he was getting inducted this year, like his first year eligibility. You know what I'm saying?
Greatest Hall of Fame class of all time, him, Tim Duncan, and Garnett.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Like, he wasn't going, he not even gonna see that, bro. Like, that's gonna be a sad day right there. Just as sad, almost as sad as him passing. Like, for that accomplishment, for him to be so young and then not be able to see it, it's just crazy.
You know what's crazy too? Another thing is, we're going to relive this All-Star Weekend coming up in 2 weeks. It's going to be it's going to be fresh. Hall of Fame coming up. It's going to be fresh. When the Lakers win the championship in June, it's going to be fresh. And I just, on a lighter note, I do want to point out that every time Jordan gets a chance, he finds a way to get Colin Kaepernick. Throw Colin. Whenever he get a chance, he do throw that Colin Kaepernick.
Hey, man.
Ice cream, like, yeah, cookie dough ice cream. Colin like cookie dough ice cream too.
Hey, I do want to say this though. I want to say, like, rest in peace to your grandma. But
Appreciate that.
The fact that you said that you and her got into a little bit of kerfuffle just further solidifies the fact that something is wrong with you,
No,
and
yo.
you are a bully. And I just want to let you know that. Anybody that can say, "Yo, man, my grandma ain't seeing eye to eye, son." Yo, I was like, yeah, but we
Yo.
cool. We straightened
We
it
cool
out
now.
though. Yeah, we cool now.
She had to get right. Look, she had to get right.
It's like, yo, how bad did it get? Like, she making the iced tea. Neef like, I don't want no iced tea. I ain't drinking that. I don't want none of your.
Quiet.
No, I don't want your mashed potatoes, Grandma.
Quiet on her. She was like, "Oh, you ain't talking to me." I got a little quiet. I ain't giving her no bars though. I just got quiet. Like, like you don't call me like you used to. That's
the fact that Neef would, I could just see you now going over your grandma's house, giving her the head nod. Like, what's up?
You listen to bunk. Yo, hey, bro. Man, you ain't no what. Hey, bro, tell your story. Now, listen, bro told the story that I forgot about. He told me the story other day, man. Go ahead, bro. Tell your grandma Francis story.
Yeah, man. So one night we was up Philly, you know what I'm saying, doing what we did on the weekend. Went to go hang out and shit. And we was getting ready, getting fresh. And go getting, you know what I'm saying? So I grabbed me a washcloth and a towel. And she was like, "Baby," I said, "Yes, Grandma." She said, "You know you can only take a half a shower." I was like, "Why, Grandma?" She was like, "Because he got to take the other half. Y'all ain't going to be running up my water bill."
Yo, listen. Ain't no way in the world. I'm giving my grandma any bars, any nothing. I'm shutting up. Like, she just going to be like, "You ain't called me in a couple weeks. I ain't going in on her." Like, no, I ain't, look, call me a bully all day. I ain't that much of, not with that woman. That shit ain't happen. Not on her watch.
Yeah, Grandma Francis is great, man.
Yeah, man.
I think this also, man, and I actually got to get off of here, man. I got an engagement in about 5 minutes. But I want to say that let's stop waiting for the demise of someone to praise them, to say you love them, to lift them up. You know, it doesn't always have to be a bad situation to shed light on all the great things that somebody does, you know, because from this, and just like with, you know, the death of Nipsey as well, people took opportunity to mobilize and, you know, do great things, but then eventually we get past the grief and then we stop. So, you know, you got to let people know you love them. You got to praise those that are great now, you know, give people their flowers today. I think we always talk about that on this show, though. So, man, you know, I love y'all. I'm glad to be a part of this. It does help me. If I'm not here, I could tell. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate the work you did, Juice.
Love y'all, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you
No
walking
doubt.
around and appreciate you walking around and taking, you know, giving us a little visuals.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that's
that,
dope.
bro.
Thank you. Love you,
Word,
Juice.
All right,
word,
bro.
man. No problem. Love y'all too, man.
Go be the charm guy. All right, love you, bro.
Peace.
All right. So they canceled the Lakers and Clippers game. Kind of understandable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no, maybe so.
I think it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It was definitely the right thing to do. It's like, you know, because you got to think the people that's been working. Kobe opened up the Staples Center in a way. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's people, the janitors, the staff, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Them people probably grieving too, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say probably. I'm almost sure that they were. Like, you know. So just to give everybody in that building to try to decompress as best as they can, besides just playing a basketball game, I think that was the right thing to do for that moment. You know, I think, yeah, it was definitely the right call. A lot of people was, you know, saying that they should have canceled the game Sunday. I think that would have been really, really hard to accomplish logistically. It just didn't seem like something that, and I'm pretty sure they were capable of doing it, but I don't think it was something that would have been easy to pull off with such short notice. Plus, you know, some of those people working, that's their way to eat. Like the 9-to-5ers who work at the arenas, so they look forward. You know, that's a part of their life to, you know, get that money or whatever. So I think it was the right call.
Another thing that stick out to me is Vanessa and the kids that are here and have to deal with that. I'm pretty sure it has to be a hard thing to have to bury your husband and your child and even their siblings. Like their oldest daughter, 17, your dad and your little sister not coming home. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the little sister. I mean, probably the baby. She's about 7 months. I don't think she's going to be able to really fill up. But even the third daughter, it got to be tough for them. Like they got to live through this, and I'm pretty sure as much as it bothers me to turn on my TV and see it when I'm not, when I'm trying to get away from it, they have to live a life, and they got the, like the world now, these devices and shit, we kind of like are stuck to them to a certain extent. So it's like everywhere they look, they're going to be seeing that. So it got to be tough for them to, deal with their loss.
I don't know, man. This we're not going to be able to avoid this for a very long time. We will all forever remember where we were when it happened, what we were doing. It's just one of those things. You just like, I don't know, man. It's just, Michael Jordan died on Jordan's birthday, right? So, I mean Michael Jackson, not Michael Jordan. Michael Jackson died on Jordan's birthday, right?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
Kobe died a day after Carter's birthday. Carter turned 8.
Right, Carter turned 8. Yeah.
It was just
so you see what I'm saying?
Wow.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You'll be connected to these things forever. You know what I'm saying? Because they intertwine into your life, right? So much. And what's going to happen April 13th, right? You know what I'm saying? How big is that? It's just, Nike pulled all the stuff off the site.
Right.
People
I heard they sold out of everything too.
No, they didn't.
Nah, that was fake news. Me, they ain't sell out everything. I think they're gonna try to. I'm pretty sure they're working on some kind of marketing plan. I had an idea. I sent it to them. I actually added them. I was like, look, y'all should sell all of that joint, all them joints for everything they get with in regards to Kobe, $24 for 24 hours for 8 days, and all the proceeds go to whatever charity Vanessa Bryant chooses, and that be the marketing scheme. Like, y'all made enough money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have made billions over billions over billions. People that have been investing in Kobe his whole career. Go ahead and let the floodgates open and get all that just gross revenue, and give all the fans an opportunity to be a part of it. Like it's but the crazy thing about this is that it's generational. Like Kobe literally is our generation's, like, we grew up, like I said earlier, we grew up with Jordan, right? But he was older. He was an older cat. He's 50.
Right. We was kids kind of when Jordan.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like once
right.
we started learning about the game, Kobe was learning about the game. You know what I'm saying? Like once we understood what basketball was as a man, he was. So like I was talking to my son, and I'm like, because his favorite, all he knows is LeBron. LeBron is everything to him. I'm like, you know who Kobe Bryant is? He like, nope. And I'm like, oh, this a new joint though. He 8.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he when he played the game now, he picking the Lakers, but he only picking the Lakers because of LeBron. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we were lucky, bro. Like this Kobe was like in the middle of like a generational like shift, and he was a part of that the entire time. Like there wasn't TV. And back when Bob Cousy was playing, I mean, it was, but it wasn't what it is now. It wasn't internet. It wasn't multimedia. It wasn't jersey sales. None of that. Like Kobe was all of that. You know what I mean? Like in regards to marketing, culturally, like he went with our generation more than pretty much any athlete, because basketball players are far more marketable for themselves than any other in America, any other athlete or any other sport.
Well, the NFL makes sure of that because they make sure they keep their helmets on. NFL is about the team situation. And
and it's ultimately like you got to give rest in peace to David Stern, but you got to give them their kudos for marketing these athletes the way that they did. Look, like this is Kobe's transcending this way was ultimately a part of their plan in regards to how they wanted to market the league. They wanted you to stick to a guy. They wanted you to stick to a player as opposed to like regional. Like if you live in Baltimore, you're a Ravens fan. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, like that's football kind of is tribal almost in a way. But with basketball, it's like they market the guys, they market the players.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why you get the All-Star game and it's such this big draw, this big appeal, as opposed to the Pro Bowl or fucking All-Star game for baseball and all that. Like this is huge, man. Like this brother passed. He was 41. Like,
all right, yo.
Go ahead.
All right, yo. Come on. Let's have some fun. Ready to have some fun? Come on, man. You ready to have some fun, bro?
Yeah, I'm ready to have some fun. I'm always down with the shits.
Pick one. Number 8 or number 24. Who you want?
Number 8.
Which one was better?
24 was better, but I want number 8. 24 was better. 24 was better, but I fuck with number 8 because he used to do the crossover. Number 8 was crossover and I'm yamming.
See, the thing with number 8, though, you couldn't see what number 8 could do because, like, everybody back here said you had Shaq. But what if he didn't have Shaq? And he was able to do what he do? You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody like, well, he had Shaq. Shaq held him back in a way. If you average 29 points, if you average 29 points with Shaq on your team, how much you gonna average without Shaq on your team? Well, you got the most dominant big man in league history. We couldn't really see what Kobe could do at that time with Shaq there.
You capping, but I'm gonna let you ride.
No, I'm saying I really say I say 24 anyway. I take 24 anyway, but I'm just saying with Kobe, like when you got the most dominant player in league history down there, can you really get your shit off for real, for real?
Yeah. It was easy. It was easier for him at that point because he hadn't developed the mid-range to what, like he didn't develop the mid-range until 24.
Then. How do that make sense when what are you gonna do? Drive? If you drive the big man down there, so how is it easier?
Not so much the drive, but he 1-on-1. Like he 1-on-1 with the big man.
Right, but you said he didn't have a jumper. So if you don't got the jumper, what are you doing? You driving to the basket?
No, right? But what I'm saying, the mid-range. I'm talking about when he start operating on that elbow, like the high elbow triangle shit. When he started operating on that elbow, he was nasty. Like out of the triple threat. But when Shaq was down there, that's what I said. When he was number 8, he could cross you, go by you. He either gonna pull up or he can go to the cup because he 1-on-1. He beating you off the dribble. Like look at the joint when he threw the oop to Shaq against Portland. What did he do? Cross.
Oh, when he crossed Scottie Pippen up, you talking about?
Yeah, cross.
Okay, that joint. I remember where I was at when that happened. I remember where I was at.
Me too. I was crying.
I was in Job Corps on the 3rd floor. I wasn't supposed to be up. Me and my man Damo was watching that. We finished that game. We didn't give a fuck what was going on. We was gonna finish that one. Because that was really the championship for real. Everybody knew Indiana wasn't doing nothing. So when they beat Portland, that was the chip. Who you got, bro?
What you talking about?
Kobe. Which Kobe you got?
24.
Yes. And he had that post-up game. And still a bang on you.
I think he was far nastier at 24 than he was at 8.
That Mamba. And you know what? I got to say this real quick. I understand that stat-wise and other aspects of things, people might go with Mike or they might go with LeBron. But to me, complete game, offensive, defensive, complete game, totally footwork, to me, before his death, how I've always felt, Kobe Bean Bryant had the best NBA game I've ever seen. as far as total package. I feel like that, and I'm throwing it out there.
Everybody entitled to their opinion.
Right. And I ain't saying that because he passed away. I felt like that before. That was my guy. I felt like he was the best player to ever play. But I can respect you going Mike. I can respect you going Brian. But to me, total game, killer instinct, all that, I feel like he had a better J than Mike. Got a better J than LeBron. Played better defense than LeBron. Played against better physical talent than Mike did. But that's just me.
Wait, you believe that last part?
Yeah. Look, bro, how many two guards was it in the league?
A lot.
Joe Dumars. No, it wasn't, bro.
Clyde Drexler.
Right. Mitch Richmond.
Yeah.
Right. Then you had Craig Elo, Jeff Hornacek.
Yeah, come on, bro. That's you wilding. Don't bring up. Don't.
Come on, bro.
Don't talk down no Craig. So how many two guards was in the league with Kobe?
What?
T-Mac wasn't a 2.
Why wasn't he?
He was a 3.
Come on,
And
T-Mac's the 3 win.
His whole
T-Mac
career.
was never no 3, bro. No, he wasn't.
He's 6'8". What are you talking about? He played the 3.
He wasn't no 3.
He played the 3 in Orlando.
No, he didn't. He played the 2. Come on. What is you? Come on, cousin. We're not gonna do this.
Look at the joint. Look up his joint. He played the 3.
He wasn't no 3. He wasn't no 3 in Orlando. He was like a 1 or a 2.
No, because
He had the ball.
Steve Francis was the 2.
Played with Steve Francis, bro. He got traded for Steve Francis. What's the bet? He got traded for Steve Francis to Houston. That's how Steve Francis ended up in Orlando.
Yeah, you're right. No. He played with.
So don't do that.
Guard?
Don't do that with me.
No, Mike Miller. Mike Miller was a 2.
All right. Whatever.
Mike Miller was
whatever.
A 2.
But he was. Come on, dog. He was like, come on, man. It was more. Come on, Mike ain't even had to play D for real.
What?
We ain't gonna do that right now. You had Scottie Pippen sticking out. Come on, dog. You had Ron Harper on niggas.
Mike won Defensive Player of the Year.
Hold on.
Mike won Defensive Player of the Year at a 2 guard. Led the league in scoring.
How many 2 guards was it in the league, bro? Like, stop that shit. You know how many white 2 guards it was in the early 90s, late 80s?
you going deep into
John
your racism?
Starks was a 6'2", 2. John Starks is 6'2". He said it.
6'4".
No. Well, listen, when they asked John Starks, was Big talking about him or kicking the door, or I got a story to tell. He said, I'm 6'2". Big said, one of them 6'4", 6'5" niggas. John Starks 6'2", bro. Stop it. Wasn't nobody damn Mike up. They had Kobe stoppers in the league, bro.
Who? Don't say Ruben Patterson because he killed him.
Listen, they
He
had
killed that
defenders in
man.
the league. Rajah Bell was boys in the league that was playing defense, man.
Kobe let Steve Smith bust his ass. That's all I'm gonna say.
When was this?
In that series when they lost, when they beat Portland, when Kobe threw the oop to Shaq, they took Steve Smith out after he was busting Kobe ass, and Steve Smith was on the bench.
Every dog has that day.
How tall was Steve Smith? How tall was
6'8".
Steve Smith, bro?
Steve Smith 6'8".
Right. I wasn't Rick Fox on that nigga. What's going on?
I don't know why they took him out the game.
And Kobe was still lighting his ass. Kobe was still light as hell out here trying to hoop. So y'all think 50 really not gonna be beefing with nobody after this Kobe? He said he's not beefing no more.
No.
Fuck no. Yeah, he's Patty LaBelle.
He's Petty LaBelle.
That's what you get paid for, y'all.
Oh,
That and producing hot fire shows.
yeah. Well, I don't know. The last couple seasons of Power.
I wasn't talking about power.
Well, what show you talking about? The shit is about to come out? Yeah, it's like it's gonna be all right.
That and the BMF shit.
Yeah, I ain't even seen nothing for that yet.
Nah.
Hey, Jordan, I finally did running to the Delonte West video, man. That shit was a sad thing to see.
Yeah, man, that's a tough one. And the crazy thing is, they say he not broke though.
Well, they said that he also a lot of different people have reached out and have offered, continue to offer help even kind of before, that video even surfaced. It's just a function of him not taking his medicine or whatever the case may be, it seems like.
Yeah, I heard Jameer Nelson was looking for him.
Yeah, and the coach.
Oh, what from St. Joe's?
Yeah. So Jameer
That shit
talks
was.
to him all the time. Like, I mean, once you get in the NBA, you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not immune to having mental health issues, right? He had mental health issues before. And then, drugs is, you know what I'm saying, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. That shit was sad to see, man.
Wasn't he messing with LeBron Miles? Wasn't that the
Yeah.
long time?
Yeah, that was something.
Fucking the bag.
You was in Cleveland, cool. You supposed to know.
He said yes. He said yeah.
What's the team?
Well, there at one point there was a restaurant. I don't know if you can still find it. There was a restaurant that changed its sign to something like, you know what I mean? Something about Delonte West and LeBron's mom or something after he left.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And before the speculation with the speculation, there was one of those series. The specifics escaped me,
With
but one
Bronny
in which
Ball.
did not play like himself, and then it came
Was
out
that
later.
was that the
That was
Boston
the time.
series?
It may have been Boston where he learned.
Or it might have been Orlando. When Orlando
one
went
of
to
them,
the chip.
one of them that he learned that you know what I mean, that the get down was getting down. Yep.
See? That's why you buy your mama a house and sit her up on the hill and tell her, just cook for me when I come around.
Well,
You,
wait a
you got
minute.
your mom hanging out with the team and all around, all that shit.
I think LeBron and Nike have done actually a masterful job at handling Glory. One said Gloria James, right? I like somebody mentioned. I was in Cleveland when that whole LeBron James phenomenon started. He was a sophomore at St. Vincent, St. Mary, and I remember going to see him play, and he got fouled hard. And Gloria James carried on so bad on the sideline. She ran the sideline like she was doing a skit for like In Living Color or something. You feel me? Like you feel me? Like she like like Martin, like
like
a
Mrs. Payne?
yeah, like right, exactly, right. So when LeBron, remember that time in a professional when LeBron was like, "Sit your ass down," she had been doing that. Remember, she like slapped the security guard or something on camera. Gloria, there's a little history there, but we really don't remember these things because I think they, as much as they could, did a masterful job at hiding her or handling her throughout LeBron's career, despite the fact that these scenarios happen. So I'm happy. I think good for her, and I'm certain she's probably elevated her personal self by now. But shout out to her for standing up the news.
Yeah, because she
Well,
was some rapper for a while or something. Some rapper that I
Lambo.
think.
Lambo.
they said that it was a thing. I forgot it was an article. Well, not an article. Something came out a while back. It's like they think LeVar was bad, but nobody ever seen how bad Gloria James really was.
You gotta think, man. She's a single mother, a black man, and probably one of the greatest athletes ever
Yeah.
walked on
They
planet
said
Earth.
They said all somebody had to do was put a microphone in her face back then, and like if people was like, man, why they always fucking with LeVar? They was like, dog, if they would have put a microphone in Gloria James' face back then, she would have made LeVar look like Barack Obama.
Damn.
I can see that.
She wild.
I can
Like
see
they
that.
they say she wild was wild for a long
She
time.
wild. She
Like
wild.
up until
wild.
probably recently.
She probably still wild, but they hire her well. She might be like, Black China Mother is wild in a different kind of
Tokyo
way.
Tony.
Yeah, and I said I didn't even put it in the it's bad. Somebody say I ain't send this to the group chat because I basically ain't want to bring the value of the chat down. I seen something Tokyo Tony was talking about. I was like, God, I'm not even gonna send this to the fellas, right?
You should have said that shit.
I'm not. I know. I will, as a matter of fact. But it wasn't that moral high groundish. I just made it sound good. But I'm not saying Gloria James is bad like Tokyo Tony, but Gloria James is wild. Like when I tell that story, he was a sophomore in high school. Now I get it, but the only reason you know her is because she clowned on the sideline. Like they had to calm her down so she wouldn't get this team of technical kind of stuff. So that's her baseline. That's just how she you know how the loudest mother in the joint. Like you ever played with somebody, your kids play sports, or somebody play something, and the loud mother. She the loud mother. You know what I mean? On like 1,000. You know, so when he said sit your ass down, that had came from years of him seeing her carry on like
Her
that.
embarrassing
Carry
him.
on, right? Carry on in public, carry on in private, right? Like who mother would do it to Delonte West for real? You feel me? Like on the team, like, how that's your mother? It would be Gloria. If you had to pick mothers, you would choose Gloria James as the one that would do something like that. That's what I'm telling you. God, I mean, shout out to Gloria James for making LeBron, but I'm not trying to I ain't trying to defame the lady, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying she wild. She a wild chick. Or was.
Right. I couldn't pick out a lineup though, so I guess she laying low because I ain't seen her.
Right.
They look just alike though. She just lighter than him. They look
Don't
just
do that
alike.
to her. Don't do that to her.
No, for real.
That nigga like a old ass man in the face.
Shout out for not knowing who she is. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like cool. That's a good point. They curved her and calmed her down.
Yeah.
Real good. She probably, like you said, she probably still wild. It's
she
just
on camera. She on
in the
camera.
house.
I think she smacked the dude on camera or something. She Nipsey Hussle the dude, I think. She Nipsey Hussle a parking attendant a few years ago.
It was like 5 years ago. Yeah,
like 5 years ago.
Yo,
she slapped
that
me.
Nipsey shit was hilarious.
Yo, I think the funny. I ain't gonna say the funny thing, but like I think that dude was gonna he probably was gonna whoop Nipsey ass. it looked like he had.
Oh, he's gonna get Nipsey.
No.
Oh no,
and that's the wrong place to say he was gonna whip Nipsey ass. They was in LA.
No,
I don't know, but
I think head up. It might have been even because he was kind of brawling. You know, Nipsey about $1.17.
Right.
But Nipsey,
he got that slap off though.
Know.
Yeah, he got the slap off. He got the slap off.
Listen, win, lose, or draw, that slap still
man.
that slap still live. Like even if you lose that fight.
Give me been through some shit over Brolic any day.
Yeah.
Oh, no question.
Now that we talking about that, have y'all heard about the Meek Mills and Nicki Minaj husband?
I'm glad I saw it.
I'm glad Meek is more.
I heard it. I want to ask you, Meek, is he really a tough guy, or is he just for play? Meek Mill, because he always got 50. He always got 50 people with him.
He a regular guy.
Point blank period.
Streets.
Why?
Tough guy.
I mean, you don't necessarily be able to fight because you hang around guys. End of the day, it's great. Whatever the situation was, what I heard was he tried to apologize to the boy or squash whatever the situation was.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then he got flied. Then Meek got flied back with him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad whether it was Meek or his homies, they didn't do something. Whereas though that man went to the Grammys and performed for Nip, and it's a bigger picture than.
He's the epitome of I got shit to do tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well,
sitting in the
why you getting into it with motherfucking
Jordan on that hood shit. Jordan wanted to see him out here rumbling like he don't got a show in 18 hours. You know what I'm saying? Let it go, Jordan. Shit.
Was Nicki and old boy even at the Grammys?
Listen,
it's my twist.
Listen, Nicki. Remember how we talk about chicks? Remember how we talked about chicks that put
getting you in the shit?
Right.
Like ain't nothing good about chicks that put niggas in shit. Like it's something great about chicks that take them out of shit. Nicki is a put you in shit kind of. I couldn't believe it. Why is you talking like if men gonna chatter, let men chatter, right? Like, but I get it, because you Nicki Minaj, but you still a woman. You see what I'm saying? So that struck me. And it just seemed like a mini pissing contest. It did seem like it just dumb. I mean, if I was Meek, I probably wouldn't even try to say nothing to her. In retrospect, like you probably just lead him over there. I walk. If if I was that, I would walk back out of the store. I wouldn't even try to say
Mhm.
nothing to nobody at this point. You know what I mean? Because you ain't gonna win. And I don't know her husband, but he does seem a little mascotish to me. He seems like he seemed like a little like a safari-ish, but like less than safari, like without the talent. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like it's wild. So I don't know. Again, I don't mean to disrespect no stranger, but like uh all that extra posing kind of stuff that trying to go viral look and y'all posed and I'm not with and plasticky and Barbie and changing voices and shit. Come on, yo. I'm not with it. So shout out
Listen,
to him for being able to deal with that.
that
Meek,
man is.
leave it be. You got the little joint in Philly. You got the little bun in the oven allegedly. You can't lose. I mean, you can't lose on if you just keep going. So anything off of that don't make no sense. It almost ain't make sense for you to walk up to her and apologize. You see what she at? She been like that.
Well, I guess he was trying to squash you a bull, but at the end of the day, for me, it's like all the money she got. That's all he bring for her is that excitement of being a tough guy or whatever. Talking that shit, supposed to be a street guy, whatever. You ain't got no bread, you ain't got no job. So end of the day, that's all you bring. So you're going to be around till she gets tired of that shit. Because end of the day, the money she got don't make no sense for her to even be with a guy who that's all he bring to the table. You get what I'm saying? And it make you seem better. Like end of the day, if you broke up with him, you're married to another man. He's with the woman that's pregnant. Why wouldn't you let them two men squash that?
Listen,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
Listen, man. I mean, it's hard. I don't mean to be. I don't be knowing at
No,
all.
B, please, cool, please, B,
But like,
please, B.
you ain't got no kids. That's part of that's some people that's a lot of people women's legacy. You know what I'm saying? Or at least part of it, right? You gotta probably not want kids for that not to be part of your legacy. And I don't care what nobody would say, it's something to all of that, right? It's something to all of that, whether you're looking at the young people in the game, women wise, it's something to that, whether you might be looking at Meek in that situation. So um with it just doesn't make any sense. Again, in general, like even on the squash side of the game, what street? Just asking Jordan, like what street? Because even if the appeal is street cat, like yo, if you got a bag, look what little baby say, 2,500 for a new pair of tennis shoes in the same price I could make the youngest come and finish you. If you got money, you street. Like it ain't no tough guy. You not finna walk up to Meek Mill, bang him in his face, and that's it. I don't care who you are. You're not finna walk up to Drake. You're not finna walk up to nobody with no kind of status, and that just be it because you got a rep from some street shit in Philly or New Jersey, New York, or wherever you from. You understand what I'm saying? Like so, past that, you just a chick pretending like you got a penis, yapping your gums like you a dude in the streets too. And all of it is nothing but feminine energy where you, Meek, and the dude yelling back and forth, you know, in public for no good reason that nobody
And,
gonna benefit out of.
and that make him like a sucker. When your woman get to running her mouth and arguing with another man, and you there, yo, don't do that to me. Like at all, don't do that to me. Let me handle it.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Like and like you said, cool. You remember when Safari got out the truck a couple years ago? One of them might have been Grammy weekend, and they chased him a couple blocks. Meek and them. You get what I'm saying? Meek folks. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm glad he. Listen. All right, whatever. I'm a boss. I got boss shit to do. That's growth. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
you
Sad
know,
thing is, boy might be cooler than her, but I think he just a part of her now.
he got to
Like, you know what I
upkeep a
mean? If you
certain.
didn't know
He got
him
to.
outside of her, he might, oh, he a cool cat. I don't even know the dude. I'm just saying, she seemed like a weirdo in this situation to me.
But he gonna be the bull in 2 years when she get tired of that. She 37 years old. She not no kid. She ain't one
He
of them
don't get
city
tired.
girls.
He
She ain't
don't
one of
get
them
like
city girls or something.
ain't nobody retiring in that role. He tired of that now. He don't want to wear them outfits. That ain't no man shit. I'm telling you. If I'm telling you, listen, I'm gonna send one of them things, and y'all gonna laugh harder than y'all laughing now.
Yeah, cynical.
Like it sounds slick. If any woman walking around and say, "Yeah, Meek still wanted that," they is out they mind.
But we
Do
been
you
knew she
know
was
Meek?
crazy.
You know Meek somewhere like, thank God. Don't know she fake in the booty and all that. Ain't nobody with that. For real, for real. Look,
Why are you worried about?
money.
Well, listen. Why
Her
are you
money
worried about?
can't be bigger. Her money can't be big enough for you to be seeing past all that other bipolar stuff and all the plastics. Ain't nobody with that for long term. Ain't no dude that got hella options with that.
If you with me, why are you
Uh,
worried about him wanting you? You with me, we together, we married. Why are
Yep.
you worried about this nigga and what he wanting, him wanting
Yep.
you? And no, you shouldn't be spending that much energy on this nigga. He got a baby on the
yeah.
way.
Only reason I was saying I just was fucking because I didn't. I'm not the biggest Meek Mill fan. Honestly, I don't really enjoy most of his music. But it's just that situation was funny to me because I was like, they all sound like a bunch of cackling hens, and I was just like, well, wait, I thought all y'all claim to be like real life rough and tough guys. Like, why are y'all arguing with women and cackling in a store like it's
See, that
reality,
wasn't
like it's
that wasn't the
Real
twist.
Housewives of
The twist
Atlanta?
was Meek went to him to squash it, and he got fly.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, why you squash what? We don't. That's not even his. We don't even know that nigga.
Well, I guess it was some words said or some comments back and forth, you know.
Yeah, but my thing is like, excuse me. If you like, we all know that energy is only but so much in those situations in regards to like stars on stars. Ain't nobody getting killed for them. You know what I mean? Of course, you got situations like outside of that where Nipsey got hit, but that wasn't like star on star foolishness. That was some idiot. But it's
He
like,
not no star.
but I'm saying his girl is.
His
Nicki
girl
ain't gonna
is,
rock.
yo.
Yeah, like Nicki ain't gonna have a nigga on there with the
A
the
boy
40.
who just came from jail, who ain't got nothing for real. This woman
Yeah, but
leave him.
she
What he
gonna.
gonna do?
Yeah, but
You
she's
don't
gonna
know
make.
what type of time or what he'll jump out here and do.
He's
That's
smart
like him.
enough to know not to have a 40 on him.
Listen, bro. It's people like it's cats that like and Meek and them cats be saying that all these. You got people with you who they whole agenda is to prove to you how loyal they is, how much they'll rob for you, and what they'll do for you.
Yeah,
They
but
can't
he not.
provide no other service.
I'm pretty
So
sure he's smart enough to know not to have a 40 on him. Like what I'm saying is that in
hold
that
on,
situation.
it's a win for you. If let's say me come to me, we had words or whatever. I'm with Nikki, and he come to me and try to squash it. It's a win for me regardless. I ain't got to worry about this issue, and he coming to me to squash it. So I look like I'm winning anyway. Am I right?
Yeah. No, I'm saying I get that.
So for
What I'm
me to
saying is like,
take it, so for me to take his apology and him saying, you know what, bro,
right,
let's just squash whatever. No, fuck
right.
all that. Let's go
yeah,
outside.
he good.
How smart is he, Jordan? And he got 15 niggas with him. So if a nigga with 15, 50 niggas with, let's say 15 or 50, however many niggas is with me,
He
it's at
just wanted
least
to fight.
15, right? No,
He just wanted to fight.
dog, common sense. This nigga coming to me to squash it. Ain't like he coming to me like, yo, what's up? He coming to me like, yo, let's just, he don't got to do that with 15 niggas with him. He wasn't by himself trying to squash it. So that's a win. All right, look, I don't like no pussy. Okay, no problem, bro. All right, be safe out there. No, I got something to prove. So you telling me that guy is smart enough not to have a 40 on him? I don't know about that. Because when a nigga with 15 niggas come to me and apologize, I'm gonna accept his apology. I don't care how much of a bully I come across to him. Maybe it's just
That's
me though.
true. That's true. No, that's true. I feel you. I feel you. I just like playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
go ahead.
cool. I got something for you though, cool. We gonna open it up right here on the podcast. Your coin phrase once you get back popping on this Foot Doctor Friday, you gotta say for real, for real. You gotta say that when you going into your shit talking about whatever the
Hey, you broke up when you started talking. I just
Can
started
you hear me
hearing you
now?
again.
No, that's
I
you,
hear.
Joe. Yeah, that's you then, cool, because I hear him
No,
clear.
no, 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 no. Hear what I'm saying? It's fine that it's me, but I couldn't hear nothing what you said.
Oh, all right, solid.
Yeah. So yeah, I can hear you now, though.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Cool. This is your coin phrase is gonna be for real on Foot Doctor Mike Friday. And you gotta feature. Yeah, you gotta say for real. But I know it sounds corny, but I'm telling you, it's lightning in the
That
bottle.
don't sound corny. That's Bernard. Bernard coined for real.
Yeah, he did. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
like we gonna go like work with like sneaker releases and shit. Like when a certain shoe coming out with Nike, you be like, all right, for real. This is the anatomy of this fucking shoe.
Oh,
You
so
old
you
niggas don't buy.
So put me on the release, and I'll do the shoe. You gotta put me down with it, cause I don't be knowing that shit. And I'll do the shoe.
Yeah,
I'll do the shoe.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to watch.
Hey, Jordan.
Say, oh,
Jordan. We're in the middle of a podcast right now, brother.
I'm sorry.
You really going out?
I know, yo. I swear, once I got ADHD, bro. This shit is terrible.
That sounds like a personal conversation. You doing some. You trying to put some.
No.
Music for?
My wife always tells me, he's like, yo, you really like. I'm like Rain Man, honestly, because my shit be going.
He like Rain Man.
For real.
Hey, bro, this nigga just said he Rain Man, bro.
Real, yo. I count letters. I count letters all day.
All right, Rain Man.
AKA Rain Man. If he can get to the podcast,
yeah, right. No, be right.
The AKAs.
The Rain Man. Kim though. Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer?
He gonna get in, but he ain't got my. I mean, I don't have a vote, but if I did, no.
I don't think he get in.
He gonna get in. He Phil Simms 2.0.
Phil Simms ain't in.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it'll take some years from me. He ain't gonna be one of them guys who get in.
But he fucking Phil Simms 2.0.
He gonna have to sit. He gonna have to sit for a while.
Kobe Bryant just passed away, and we talking about Eli Manning. We couldn't say that.
I'm trying to take your mind off of it.
No.
Trying to take your mind off of it.
No, I don't want my mind taken off of that. And if you were trying to take my mind off of it, going to Eli Manning was not it, right? Like,
listen, you like this, like, man.
Yeah,
I'm just real. I'm real.
I am. That's all I want to be today, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
You got to question your own mortality when you get to 40, man.
Yo, you been on that shit. Hold on, yo. Hey, Jordan, hold up, yo. Mike. Because I be talking, Rel been emotional as shit this year. He turned 40, yo.
It's true. It's true.
Because listen, right?
Listen, wait a minute. But listen real quick. I don't even know what Terrell said. So, but because I want to say it before you tell me. But like men start to count the summers that they got left on Earth, and the longer you live, the more death you see. So it is almost like a light switch or a cliff. And sometimes people understand that sooner, but like that shit true.
Yeah.
So it make you in the moment supposed to be more appreciative of every moment and that kind of thing. But
I'm gonna let him slide then.
Yeah,
I'm let him slide, yo. Cause he be calling my phone talking some more other shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga, yo, get your emotional ass the fuck out. No, I'll be 40 this year, bro. Like, the fuck out of here. I'm usually the emotional one. He's probably he's the cool, calm, collected one. I call him and be snapped. He just look at me crazy like, really? So now he'll call me all emotional. I'm like, what the fuck do you, hey, bro?
Hey, man.
On my phone.
Hey, man, did I ever tell y'all this story? I had a friend, right? And I have a friend, but long story short, we getting out the phone, and it's a homeboy or whatever. Known him since high school, right?
Oh, you told us this. You told him you love him?
Yeah.
He was quiet.
Let me be got lit. I like, oh boy, love you, boy. You know?
He was like, that nigga look at you like,
somebody do that to you too, Dave.
Hey, Jordan. He the total opposite, yo. He be like, call me in 3 days. I was like, yo, dog, I was about to call you, yo. Yo, why you ain't call me yet? You can call me to tell me about the podcast or tell me to put my pics in, but you'll just call me to see how I'm doing. Bro, you don't get the fuck off my phone with this shit. This nigga, man, my brother, ain't even close to December yet. Like, you ain't even close to 40 yet. You ain't even 39 and a half yet. Like, relax. Nah, like, hey.
I'm closer to 38 than I am to 40.
Like, hold on. If we ain't learned nothing the last couple of days, shit, ain't nothing here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel you, though. I feel you on that shit, though, man. I feel you on that, man.
You know, losing my cousin to cancer, losing my best friend to suicide, Kobe to a helicopter accident. Shit tough, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick was about to be 43. Yeah.
He was a little
Bro.
older, but they got married the day after us.
Right.
Like just the longer you live, more it used to be the streets in like the first 2 decades, and now it's like health or circumstances. You feel me?
And know what though? I could kind of live with the street shit. Like, you kind of know that's like a part of it. But when it's like for me, when I lost Brum, it was like, this nigga skinny as hell had a fucking heart attack.
That's where the question. That's where the questioning of mortality comes in, because you can, like, how down can you continue to, like, shit be fucked up, but you gotta look forward to waking up tomorrow, because some people the fuck don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, not too long after Rick passed, I think we all had that mortality feeling within the family. And recently, probably like 6 months ago, or like maybe like 2 or 3 months ago, I'm talking to my mother on the FaceTime. And you know how you looking at each other? I'm looking at my mother's face, and I didn't realize how much she's aged. And then I looked at it, and I'm like, oh, she's starting to look like Nene. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, shit.
Mommy too.
My mother getting old, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy you say that, because I was looking at Cha-Cha the other day. And Cha-Cha, my sister, her face starting to get a little, I know she's going to kill me if she ever see this. So I'm like, damn, she's starting to look like mommy. And like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's like, that shit put it in perspective. Like, oh, this is the part of life where you, like Cool said, like, you legit shit question your mortality. Like, that health shit, like, fucking, like, like when we was all together after Rick passed, we was over mommy house, and I was telling them niggas, like, yo, I started wearing the Under Armour box, like the boxer brief shit, because you know that fucking you know
Not
what
a
I'm
joke
saying? Like,
though. Not a joke.
Not
though.
a joke.
Oh, wait a minute. Tell it, Jordan. Say it again.
We had a full-fledged conversation. Go ahead.
we had like a 20, 30-minute conversation about underwear, nigga, because Terrell was like, nigga, I had a motherfucking, I was itching. I'm like, yo, you know that prostate shit, that shit come from fucking wearing the wrong underwear. You don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you be not wearing the right shit. Or like, fucking, I tore my Achilles. I go to talk to my cousin. My cousin like, nigga, people coming in here with fucking, they're like, fucking diabetes in their feet, and they got the gout and all this shit, and people just be walking around just and will fucking die from an infection in their foot. Like that shit. Once we get to like, I'll be 39 this year, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like and cool. Cool. You talking about 50? I can't even imagine you being 50. So that shit is a fucking That shit is a fucking anomaly to me. Like, when you talking like centennial birthday, like, what are you talking about? 50? The hell is he talking about? This nigga ain't 50.
I'm talking about 100.
100.
But
oh yeah, bicentennial is 50.
But to your
Public
point,
school
and
education.
it actually, I had a conversation. Shout out to my man Cuzzo, Rich Mike Battle, Rich Program, gonna be doing big things in 2020. Everybody, some good news rolled through recently. I'll share that off air. It's so new and so good. We ain't even ready to put it out there yet. But it had come up, and Terrell, I actually invoked your name because you had said something. This was many months ago, and you was talking about like just getting back when y'all was on it. You know, when y'all first talked about the keto and the diet, and you know what I mean, working out and shit. And not the most recent time, but the first go round. last year sometime, and you basically said something to the fact that nobody told you, just from a physical perspective. Because, like, two things, like, when people living with you, like, you don't necessarily see your loved one as heavy or in a negative way. You feel me? Like that. So, like, enough to be like, well, you need to whatever. But, like, as men, I told Cuzzo, because he going to be back on his health shit, because at the end of him telling me the good news, he was like, it's basically to say, I got to stay healthy through this process, right?
Mm-hmm.
So things happen, man. Dr. Robert Crockett, he was at one point, rest in peace, Dr. Robert. He was my best friend in podiatry school. He had just got started with his business, flourishing to the point where he could take some afternoons off and enjoy his life and family and all that, and died of a aortic aneurysm. But at one point he was so heavy, man. He mentioned, I asked him, man, how much you weighed? He said, Mike, I'm never gonna tell you, pretty much. And there was a shame associated with it. Not saying he was shameful in the process. He was strong in how he told me that, but it was basically a number that he held so high to himself, and he was feeling so good in his weight loss a year later, after that, and he met his untimely demise. And I don't think he was 40 yet. I don't think he hit 40, or may have just been. Not even, right? Fast forward, I had a real estate mentor, and we had just sent out a marketing campaign. His body looked like he was built like Superman, and died of a massive heart attack at like 41, 42, 43, out of nowhere, man. Shout out to brother Kenny Kills. So I told Cuzzo, I said, man, it's no easy way to say this. I said, but, like, in my mind, the selfish way, my perspective is, you need to be as healthy as possible, because the lick about to come. Like, we ain't even hit it yet. You feel me? Niggas rounding 40, everything fall into place. Terrell need to be healthy because it's coming. Neef need to be healthy. Me need to stay healthy, need to be on my top shape. Get the numbers checked out. What do those numbers say? What do those numbers mean? What does your blood pressure number mean? What do you collect? And stay on it. That's really all we could do, and adjust accordingly, man. So, like, just us having these conversations where men don't talk like this, men don't talk, right? Continue to do it in the group chat, on live, online, social media, wherever, man. Like, so I just appreciate this too, and I love y'all for real. You feel me? I love y'all for real, and this just feels like zero on a floor that's gonna go all the way up to the penthouse.
Oh yeah.
And even if it
You
ain't
left
health,
me out of that. You left me out of the health.
because you in the gym. Because you in the gym. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take it personally.
Because this nigga get 80% Achilles tears and zero pain. That's why the fuck he left you out.
Oh, he's still invincible. He's still invincible.
Yo, cool.
Don't really hurt.
What
the fuck is you talking about?
I walked into the office. Y'all said, yo, why are you walking? I'm like limping. He said, it don't hurt. I'm like, no, I'm fine. He's like, what do you mean you fine? Yo, we did the MRI. I asked him how bad it is. He said, bruh, your shit is gone. It's like, yo said 85. He's like, yo, 85% of your shit is gone. We would have to fucking build. I'm like, yo, what you mean? He said, I don't know how you wasn't in pain or crying.
This nigga was already back to exercising, I believe.
Yeah, I was doing my calf raises. I took some ibuprofen doing my calf raises. They'll say, yo,
crazy.
That's not normal. Please get out of my doctor's office. I don't know what to do with you.
Yeah. And even if you is,
I get a nigga cork heel lift and change a quarter-inch cork heel lift and change his life. He fucking like it was the goddamn like it was the Iron Man suit.
Cool. I was playing basketball. Y'all playing basketball twice. I put the cork shit in. I was playing basketball twice a week. These niggas like, yo, I'm saying, nigga, I'm back. I was shooting fadeaways and everything.
Said, nigga, I'm back.
Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah, no bullshit. I got my Kobe on now.
You headed to the gym?
Nah, I'm making Market late night. My wife didn't want to do it, so you know how that is. She called, was like, yeah, she called, was like,
don't you wanna go to the market?
Right?
y'all,
No.
what y'all
So
cooking this
so but
late?
she but no cool. So it was like this. She hit me with the I'm gonna go to the store. You know, I already know what I got. I got the list. So I hit a car. I hit the dogs outside barking. I'm like, damn. I said she made that move quick. She come in. I gotta use the bathroom. I don't really feel like going to the store, but they
That's a
need stuff
cap
for
up.
tomorrow. They need stuff for tomorrow. I'm like, so I'm downstairs doing a podcast. I'm sitting there. So she texts me, this is women, bro. She said, babe, don't you feel like just going to the store for us? No. Well, what they gonna do about their snacks? I'm looking like,
Man,
I
listen,
thought you
y'all
was
better.
going.
It's some in them cabinets.
Bruh.
I'm from
Fruit
that area.
cocktail.
It's
She
something in
know
there.
she know once I take the shoes off, bro. If I'm in the basement, I'm not coming out the basement until I'm ready. Like there is no, babe, can you do anything? No. But here I am, slave to the
Yeah.
system in the
Nah,
matrix.
man. You're just doing the
So
right
what?
thing, bro. You're just doing the right thing.
Cool
So
said this ain't the right thing. You supposed to be like,
If she'd have left, listen. If she'd have left out, at this late, you probably be calling her.
right. So let me jump in.
Right.
Let me jump in, because you're right,
Go
Neef.
ahead,
You're
cool.
right, Neef, and you're right too, Jordan. Like so sometimes this is a classic pick your battle situation. Terrell, you completely understand this. This classic pick your battle situation. You're right. Like there's shit down. So this is also classic fucking time rape. This is what they want, right? They want your time winning how they want it. Now she wanted your time to go to the store, like right now, because they need something for tomorrow. Now, all you could do in this moment, Jordan, the fact is your discernment had to win out like it's this late at night. I'm not gonna let my lady go out by herself this late at night. Right? That gotta win. Safety, what the kids do this, they do this in school. Like if it's a safety issue, safety trumps everything else. You feel me? So
Right.
that's where you right, Neef, right? That's Jordan, that's why you in the car, take your ass to the store, because you whether inherently or not, know that. But Jordan, I think you're right. There, at the very least, the only thing you could do is put some form of protest up. Like, no, I don't feel like going to the store. I think it's a reasonable response. Like, fuck this princess shit with don't you feel like going to the store? Who the fuck feels like going to the store with their shoes off doing a podcast at 10 o'clock at night? Nobody. I mean,
Right.
I don't. But you're gonna go anyway because it's a safety issue. So you is at least if you told, like, don't be like, okay, long as you're not like, okay, I'll go. Anything you say, right? You know, you're not gonna snap at it like, bitch, you know, Eva. But you gotta protest while taking your ass to the store. That's
Look,
what's
this the
going on.
shit. She'd be like, "You wanna go?" You be like, "All right." You sure you wanna go? I got it. Don't even worry about it. It's cool. I got it. But
Don't
you
even
let them
say
know
all right.
you ain't the happiest about that shit. Oh.
No,
All
don't
right,
even
listen.
say all right.
Is he in the store right now? So I got to get y'all Super Bowl picks real quick before Sunday come. So who y'all got in the bowl? And I don't want to hear. I don't care. I want to hear the Ravens. Who y'all got? Who y'all got?
I'm gonna go with
got
49ers.
I got Kansas City, man.
I'm
Jordan?
gonna go with 49ers. I don't know.
Kansas City.
Bro?
Kansas City, because I want Terrell Suggs to get a ring.
Oh yeah.
Homer.
I do want.
I think about Andy Reid. So.
Right.
How
Never
you?
mind.
It's the same shit.
Never mind.
It's the same shit.
Just because you blew it. Never mind.
It's the same shit.
I'm going for the 49ers. You going for the Chiefs? I'm going for the 49ers. I'm not agreeing with you. Fuck out of here.
You're not agreeing with me.
You
Give me a hug.
Lakers, and that's about it. I give you shit.
Give me a hug, man. Yeah, that's like Harlem Night. She's like, give me 5. He said, I ain't giving you shit. All right, yo, we're gonna end it right here, man. I gotta go watch Shameless and eat ice cream with my wife before I go to bed, because ain't no way this podcast is gonna I'm gonna do this podcast and go to sleep. That shit fucking happened. So I'm gonna go ahead and bust this move. This is Brothers Talking Shit. Episode is 78, but it's 24 and 8. I'm at 24 and 8. 8 and 24. That's the name of this podcast. You hear me, bro?
Yeah.
8-24.
All right.
All right, this is Brother Talking Shit, episode 78. I love y'all, fellas. Appreciate y'all.
Love you too. Kobe.
Yep.